What's going guys, Zennosh here, and today in this video of Exos Heroes, let's talk about the special stages in any kind of challenge mode out there, because the special mode stage is very important in this game because you will be getting some premium items from here, which is known as the Star of Fate, which is definitely going to be quite helpful to you guys to summon some really good fated gear so that you can have multiple guardian stones embedded on your hero. Yes, you heard me right. It is not dropped in maniac mode or extreme or very hard or any other modes right out there, only in the special mode of every kind of challenge sections right out there, whether it be like experience sanctum, spirit sanctum, ancient gold mine, solar trade route, luna trade route, or whatever that is. Okay, now the question is how to do it, because it seems to be a little bit very limited. All right, and for this thing guys, you really need to make sure that you have prerequisite heroes right over here, just which says like rare, ranger, fire, and male, which definitely refers to Corgi, isn't it? So that is not Corgi. I think it's this guy right over here. I forgot his name. It's Gene. Yes, Gene. All right, there we go. And you are supposed to get all 5 heroes of the same element. Okay, for today, that is gonna be Tuesday. It's of the fire element day, and for the fire element day, I'm only supposed to use the fire element heroes. Now the question right over here, as a beginner, how to do this? Because obviously you can see right over here from my team formation, most of my heroes are not really that capable of doing this content because they are too weak. So what is the recipe? Like, how am I still being able to do it? Because of the first guardians, or let's say the dragon emperor knight warriors, like let's say Fate Core Rera, Fate Core Maggie, or Fate Core Anastasia. Like those kind of hero units are definitely going to help you guys in doing this content without having your other hero units very powerful. Yes, that's the thing right up there. If you don't have first guardians, then well, you have no choice but to go in a very traditional RPG style and try to build up all those fire element heroes very nicely and then put them in your team up. Okay, so that is the thing right out there. But if you have first guardian, like let's say in this case that is of today, I have Fate Core Maggie, right? And it's definitely going to make it quite easy for me to complete this stuff without even getting all my other heroes to higher level of grade or equipping them really good equipments. Okay, and that's gonna be quite good, isn't it? Like right over here, my Jin is pretty much level 1, no equipments. My Hekin right over here, he also doesn't have any equipment, and he's, I think he has, or maybe not. Whatever that is, it's not really that built very nicely. Sabrina has, and Fate Core Annie does have. But anyways, the first guardian, or let's say the Fate Core Maggie, she is the one who is the key right over here. So the thing is that when you are going to progress through the entire weekdays, you are gonna be forced to use the heroes of a certain element. Like that is of today, you are forced to use either, I mean, like only the fire element heroes, right? So right over here, that means the fire Fate Core Maggie is going to be quite helpful. Who is going to be the another substitute? It's obviously going to be the Fate Core Jeon. So let's get back into the Fate Core menu, and I'm actually going to tell you guys who are the heroes pretty much available that you can pick up so that you can do the challenge mode much easier. Okay, so right over here, in the Fate Core, just go into the first guardians right over here, and we have all these first guardians right over here, guys. First of all, guys, this is definitely going to be the Fate Core Rera, who is a very recent addition to the Fate Core team, and she's definitely damn amazing, worth pulling a gold level type, or let's say a gold grade type of hero unit, and she's definitely awesome, guys. So looking into all of her stats, right over here, she is of the green element. Yes, she's of the green element. You can just go into the hero story, and right over here you can see that she's of the nature element type, or the green element type. All right, the usual RPG stuff. So that's that, guys. And the next thing is that you can go to the next one, that is going to be the Fate Core Jeon. He's of the fire element type. So in those days where the fire element heroes are pretty much going to be quite essential, or they are the only required heroes, in that time you are supposed to use heroes like this, Fate Core Jeon or Fate Core Maggie. Both are of the fire element type. And the next one is going to be the Frost type. For the Frost type hero unit, obviously Fate Core Anastasia is going to be very, very helpful in your team. She's definitely going to solo all the contents right out there. Even if all your other heroes are pretty much dead, she can still keep on charging on ahead because she has heal, and she's going to be definitely awesome, guys. And the next, the final edition of this first Guardians for now is going to be the Fate Core Baelish. This guy is of the dark element type, the darkness, or let's say, yeah, the dark element type. So this guy is gonna be really helpful when it's gonna be the, like the dark times. Okay, like meaning like only the light and dark heroes are supposed to be used in that day. In that case, Fate Core Baelish is gonna be really, really helpful. I think it was yesterday, the Monday. Yes, in the Monday, you are only supposed to use either the light or the dark heroes only. And that's going to be the Fate Core Baelish. Today is Fire, right? That's Tuesday. And on Wednesday, I think that's going to be Frost. I'm not really that sure, though. Anyways, and on the Thursday, you are supposed to use the Nature type. And in the Friday, I think it's another element type. And finally, in the Saturday and Sunday, those are the weekend days. And in the weekend days, you can pretty much use anyone. Okay, anyone you want. So you have pretty much a really good liberty or freedom to use anyone, whoever you want during the Saturday and Sunday. So if you are pretty much a beginner and you are only stuck with one single first guardian, which might be Fate Core Anastasia, Fate Core Zeon, Fate Core Rera, Fate Core Baelish, or Fate Core Maggie, then in that day, don't miss it out. All right, don't miss it out, because the special mode challenges is definitely going to help you guys a lot, because you can get the Star of Fate. And with those Star of Fate, you will be able to do some amazing summons that is going to pretty much give you a really good chance in getting the Fated Gears. So why not do our summons right over here, right? So let's do it. Why not? Alright? Why not? Let's do it, guys. Let's do it. So come on, lock be on my side. Oh shit. The lock is not on my side today. Damn it. But anyways, there's a really good chance that you will be getting the Fated armor right over here. And this is obviously going to be a Fated equipment mileage, meaning like if you actually do up to 80 summons through this Star of Fate, you will be able to claim one equipment of the Fated gear. Alright? And all I need to do is go into the mail and right over here and just receive it. Just look at that, guys, how easy it is. It's a physical type, and that's going to be really amazing. You know what? Because let's go into the Manus Heroes right over here, and I'm going to equip it on my Fate Core Rera, or I think she has already the, oh yeah, she already has it. So who is going to be the next one? The next one is definitely going to be, should I put it on my Ulum or should I give it to my Baraka? Auto equip. Yes, I think it will be better with my Baraka for now. Okay, so there we go, guys. Too easy, isn't it? Yes, this is how I'm pretty much providing really good combat power, or let's say battle power, to my heroes right over here. And with this new Fated equipment, the golden equipment, you can see that there is a Frost type Guardian Stone embedded on that armor. Did you see that? That is the reason why my Fate Core Rera right over here has five Guardian Stones. Just look at that, guys. She has a total of 5 Fated equipments, right? Whereas the main weapon, actually, it doesn't give any kind of Guardian Stone. One is actually coming default from her, the first one. The remaining of the 4 Guardian Stones are coming from her 4 other Fated equipments. This is the reason why you are really supposed to collect a lot of Fated equipments as soon as possible, or else you are going to miss out a lot of things in the game, and definitely you are going to suffer a lot in the PvP contents. And this is also the reason why you are supposed to do your challenge modes in the special mode, okay? The challenge section right over here in the special mode right over here, this one, the special, okay? Because every like the challenge thing right over here, most of the thing are always gonna have a special mode, which is obviously going to provide you the Star of Fate, which has a really good chance for you guys to get a really good amount of, a really good hand on those Fated equipments, and thus to stock up on your the Guardian Stones right over there. You will not be able to get it through the hero battle though. You will not be able to get it through the raid. The air squadron battle, the air squadron raid. Not here. I think you might be. But for right now, not really sure about that. Zennosh tenure, I think you can get the Star of Fate if you are really on the very high tier league. I think at least you need to be in the Master League to get the Star of Fate, those materials. All right. In the Upris Labyrinth, no, it's very limited to the CES only. Holy Dragon Grounds, you will be able to get another item that is the Dragon Drops instead of the Star of Fate. Which will also be quite useful in order for you guys to get those equipments, all right? And that's going to be quite good, isn't it? And Embodiment of Avarice, it doesn't give it to you guys. Anyways, so thing right over here is that the main key feature is that please try to get the first Guardians. If you ever, encounter a first Guardian Fate Core, rate a banner, please do pull them right away because they are going to be really, really crucial in farming this Star of Fate. This is also the reason why you are supposed to pull the Fate Core Rara. C is very, 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 very essential. Many of the people are pretty much, or let's say many players right out there are pretty much trying to skip on the Fate Core Rara banner because they say that oh, Zennosh, I really don't have a Fate Core battery, so what is the point in getting her in the first place? I mean, why should I even get her? I mean, it's not worth it. And I would say, why not? She's really worth it because, first of all, she's of nature element type. And in this game, nature element type of damage dealers are very, very, very rare in this game. That's why people have been really focusing on the Rudless so far very, very desperately because you cannot really find a really good number of heroes that are pretty much really good at dealing very good damage on the nature element type. And thanks to God, or let's say thanks to the developers, we have finally been able to get a nature type hero unit who is the Marine Hawk Rara, and she can really deal some amazing damage, and she's a first Guardians. That means she can pretty much solo herself those kind of challenge modes on the special mode, which is definitely going to be quite helpful for you guys, especially in those days where you are supposed to take only the nature type hero elements in the battle phases. And that's the thing right over there. So this is also one of the reasons why you are supposed to get the Fate Core Rara. You never know when you are gonna get her next time, because right over here her rate is kind of increased by up to 50%, right? I mean, there's a 0.5% chance to get the Fate Core Rara. And that's what I really want to tell to you guys, alright? Okay, where is Fate Core Rara? Holy crap. Okay, black, gold, it's supposed to be here. Yes, Marine Hawk Rara, 0.5%. So please try to get her as soon as possible because she's of the nature element type. And the last first Guardians that we are going to require is definitely going to be the light type. The light type is still not out yet, and let's see who is going to be that light type first Guardians. Again, I will revise again. First of all, for the fire type, it's going to be the Fate Core Jeon and the Fate Core Maggie. Yes, you heard me right. Again, it's going to be the Fate Core Jeon and the Fate Core Maggie. These are the two units that are going to help you guys in the fire day, meaning those days where you are required to only bring the fire element type hero units so that you can get those kind of Star of Fate. And the next thing is going to be the Frost. That's going to be the Fate Core Anastasia. And the Nature type, it's going to be the Fate Core Rara. The Darkness type, it's going to Fate Core Baelish. And we still need to have the Light type first Guardians, the Light element first Guardians. Let's see when he's actually going to come, when she is actually going to arrive. Let's look forward for that day. Anyways, the next thing that I really want to tell to you guys is that please do equip those kind of Fate gears that have nature element to them. Yes, you heard me right. Just because you have first Guardian doesn't mean you have every freaking thing out there. It's not going to seal up the deal, okay? If you really want to make sure that your heroes are actually going to make a really significant difference during the battle play, that means you also need to make sure that their Guardian Stone is pretty much set up really right. Let's say for Fate Core Maggie right over here. If I'm actually supposed to see her Guardian Stone right over here, you can see that she has all three nature type element Guardian Stone. Same goes with my Fate Core Annie as well, okay? I mean Anastasia, okay? Fate Core Anastasia right over here. So what happens when the nature type guardian stone is broken, which is definitely going to get broken when you are going to challenge the opponents in the special mode in the challenge section. Okay, the opponent, the main boss, is definitely going to break your guardian stone, and you are going to enter the break status, and that's going to be very, very problematic, because during that time you are gonna take double the damage, isn't it? Double the damage, and that's not going to be really cool. So what's the secret behind this? So we have to go into the help section right over here and battle guide, and this is the section where you will be able to see what happens when the nature type guardian stone is broken. It says the target of break will receive damage each turn relative to their maximum health. Yes, you heard me right. For 7 turns, our first guardian is going to receive a damage over time effect, a dot damage, and it actually is going to be quite helpful, because in that situation our first guardians will be able to keep on optimizing their dragon blood stacks, and in return they will keep on spamming that rat counter damage to the opponents over and over and over again. Yes, even during the break status effect, the rat counter works. It does work. And when the nature guardian stone is broken, obviously our hero unit is going to suffer from the damage over time. But thanks to the dragon shield, we will not be incurring any kind of damage, because the damage is too little. But because of the damage incurred, we are going to retaliate. We are going to counter the opponent with the wrath damage, and that is going to really hurt the opponent. And that's also the reason why you are supposed to bring the nature guardian stone, because if it keeps on stacking up those dragon blood stacks, you can stack up to 7 times, right? And that means 7 times of the dragon shield armor is definitely going to help you guys to have much better endurance and vitality. Okay, and you can pretty much solo the entire content just like that. That's why the nature guardian stone is really good. What if you go with the fire guardian stone, frost guardian stone, or mission guardian stone? In that case, you will not be suffering from any kind of damage over time, and in that case you are going to have a really good time, or let's say there's going to be a really good chance that you are going to lose your dragon blood stacks, because usually most of the time the bosses are pretty good at using the support skills as well. Yes, and dragon stacks will actually get out of effect if you are not get attacked for 2 turns in a streak. Okay, in the 3rd turn you are going to lose all those stacks, and that's not going to be really cool. Okay, that's going to be really, really, really bad. And nature guardian stone breakdown is actually going to make sure that your dragon blood stacks is always on a very healthy level. Yes, the dragon blood stacks is very, very important, and you are not supposed to lose them. And nature guardian stone is just going to seal the deal, and that is the reason why you are supposed to go with the nature guardian stone. So if I am supposed to solo the contents, I really need to make sure that my first guardian units have the nature guardian stones. Okay, just like my Fate Core Radar right over here. See, I'm like Fate Core Maggie right over here. She has 3 nature element type of guardian stones. Next is going to be my Fate Core Anastasia. She has 1 nature type element guardian stone. And if you are pretty much asking me, where do I change the element of the hero, or let's say the guardian, the fated equipments, where do I do that? How can I do that? Just go into the door to creation, go into the combine convert, and this is the section where you will be able to change the element of the guardian stones. This one right over here, this will allow you to change the element of the guardian stone on the faded equipment. Just look at this, guys. Any kind of equipment, if I want to select this one right over here, just select this one. You are going to receive need this ancient token, which is definitely going to be quite useful right over here, which you can get from the shelter of avarice. So just try to battle over there. I have a lot of them. It's too easy to stack up on them, and you are going to require some gold. That's going to be 80,000 gold. Yes, it's a little bit expensive. All right, and with this process you will be able to change the guardian stone of a certain equipment. All right, and what about the hero units? Well, for the hero units, it's a little bit quite expensive. You have to actually spend 100 cess. Yes, that can actually be hurtful, but it's definitely worth it. Okay, so in this case you can just select a certain hero unit and just click on change, and it will change your guardian stone randomly. Okay, and do the changing till that point when your hero has the nature type guardian stone. Okay, and only after that one you are pretty much eligible to solo. in the special mode of the challenge section. All right, so there we go. This is how you are supposed to chase the guardian stone, and it's very important, guys. All right, if you don't do that, most of the time, most of the cases, you are going to lose the battle even if you have first guardians, because of those dragon stacks problems. Usually the opponents do use the support skills, and in that case, you are pretty likely to lose all your dragon stacks. And when your dragon blood stacks are really low, that means your shield is going to be very weak, and that means the opponent will have much easier time in landing really good damage on you guys, and they are pretty much going to kill you as well. So that is that. All right, so that is pretty much it. As a summary, I would like to say it again. Please try to have the first guardians of each element. If you are a beginner, which is definitely going to help you guys to solo this kind of contents. Even if you have like very weak hero units in your team, like let's say right over here I have there's Haken, I have Jin. Those are very weak units. They are just filling up the gaps, just like that. They are just filling up the requirements. That's all they are going to do right over here, because whenever they get a hit from the opponents, they are gonna get pretty much one-shotted out. Okay, they are just gonna get wiped off the battle. So that's that. And the next thing is that please try to change your guardian stones of all the elements into the nature element type, and that's going to be quite helpful to you guys in order to keep on maintaining the dragon blood stacks on your first guardians, which is definitely be quite important and very crucial in order to maintain your dragon blood stacks. Okay, so please try to use the nature type guardian stone. And with that thing being said, it will be quite easy for you guys to keep on soloing the contents right over here in the challenge mode. You can see right over here I've been able to, like, wrap up all the battles thanks to my Fate Core Maggie that is today, because in any kind of battle right out there, pretty much I am required only to bring the fire type hero element units. Okay, so that is pretty much it. Now I really do require is that Fate Core Baelish. Yes, I really do need him. I was not really quite lucky to get him last time, but let's see. There might be some day when I will get him. Alright, this is it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button to keep on enjoying the contents of my channel. See you guys in the next video.